Oh, hello there. In the last Sensotronic System 500 video, we got to the point of removing the motor from the body. It was actually much easier than I thought it was going to be. So that's always a bonus. In this video, we're going to change the end frame and thus the top bearing, shown here. And hopefully we're going to improve the running. So let's crack on. The first thing we've got to do is whip this little motor apart. So what's the easiest way of doing this? Oh my goodness, what's this here? What's this? That can't be original, surely. I do wonder if someone's been in here previously, you know, because things are not really what they should be with this particular vacuum cleaner. But anyway, let's get this apart. No, that's the wrong size. God, how many different sizes do you need to work on these motors? It's ridiculous. There we go. Right, let's get this one out first. It's nice and easy. And then we need to get this one out. This is like some kind of brass thing here. I don't know what's going on. That's very odd, isn't it? Oh, it comes out relatively easily. Okay. That's very odd. Look. It's got like a... Isn't that one of those things that you sort of screw into the wall? Very odd. I don't know. Weird. Right, let's... oh, I just want to mark it a second. So we've got the original mark here. I want to mark it thusly. So we should be able to marry up the new part. I can show you. There we go. It's the new part. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's get this off. Oh, better keep that rubber mount. You're going to need that. Right. There's the original field coil out the way. Do you know what? I think I should just change the whole shebang. I'm just going to change everything. Right, put that down there. Stop faffing about. Okay, what's the comm like? Oh God, look. Yeah, the shaft is not in particularly good condition on this. As you can see there, it's very black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and clean this up a bit. I'm not going to make you watch all of this. If it can focus on there, but I'm going to clean this up, clean up the comm, and then I'll be right back with you. Well, that was even more of a ball ache than these things usually are. I couldn't use the blue field coil. There's the blue one there. That wouldn't fit for some reason. It's ever so slightly different. So I've reused the 500's original field coil, but this is the end frame and the bearing from the System 25. So here's the 500's original top end. There's the bearing. Very, very worn. Very, very worn indeed. I mean, it doesn't look it. You can't see it on the video, but yeah, it's very, very, very worn. So that can go in the bin. That's no longer required. Bin. And the motor is back together. Brushes sound a bit, but they should bed in. And there's now no lateral movement down here, which is fantastic. So let me get the test wires, and we'll give the motor a test run on the bench. Oh, we've also got some spare carbon brushes, which is nice. So that they'll go into the spares pile, always useful. Right, let's give this motor a test run. Make sure I've got it anchored down. I can still get my very tiny bit of comm stick, that's getting ridiculously small, into there, so we can give the comm a bit of a skim. But let's see what happens. Here we go. Well, it's definitely better. I think those brushes are still bedding down, you know. I mean, the sparking did reduce quite dramatically. And the com doesn't look too bad. You can just see where the brushes are jumping, just about there on that segment. But it's not too bad. I think they will bed down. I mean, in all fairness, this machine's not going to be used. It's just it's going to go back on the shelf. But it's nice to do these jobs. Okay, well, we'll call that done. Let's get this back on the motor, and then we'll pop it back in the machine. The motor is now back in its little cage. I popped some glue on this plug here. So, because I broke the flipping tab, idiot. When I got this back on originally, I realised, oh, I haven't put the flipping motor mount in that goes in there. I thought, oh, you idiot. So I had to take this cover off again. Ooh, I haven't done those in right. These should be in like so. There we go. Let's get those in there. It's all nice and neat. Go like that. Yeah, probably something along those lines. Can't quite remember what it looked like when it came out. Should that go there like that? Oh, I don't know. That's plugged into the right place, so I guess that's right. Will it foul the screws? Oh, I don't know now. I can't see how else that can go. Surely it's got to go like that. Or does it go under there? I bet it goes under there. Hang on. Is that it? That is even worse. Okay. Maybe under there. Oh, I've got to take this out again. My lovely glue. My glue. That doesn't seem long enough, but that's definitely plugged into the right place. Okay. Is that it? Ah, there we go. That's better. That'll work. Yeah. That'll work. Okay. Fine. I'm not going to get too fussy about it. It should be okay. Right, so let's get the main body of the machine back up and then try and get this motor back in. I've given the inside just a little bit of a dust out. Oh, God, there's still quite a lot of dust in there. Hang on. Let me get my mitt. I'll wang my mitt around. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. There we go. Good as new. Yeah, sorted. Getting bored of this now. Okay, where's the motor? Here it is. Right. So this should, he says, just slide back in. And I've got to make sure that the plugs line up. So best way to do this, I think, is like that. I've got to be careful not to move that either. Oh, it just wants to fall out of my hand. Okay, that looks pretty good. That's pretty good. Now I need to get the Torx 20 screws back in. So let's get those in quick. Okay, good. So the motor's mounted back in place. Now we need to put this hose back on, which goes to the fan casing there. I will just say at this point, I did want to change the bearing, the bottom bearing, because the bearing in the System 25 was actually better than what was in the 500. But as you can see, this has got a plastic end frame. This is metal, and this takeoff point for the air pressure hose does not exist on this moulding. So I couldn't reuse this, which is a shame. Oh, and interesting, look, this was a 1000-watt motor. That's probably why the blue field coil wouldn't fit on it, because this motor's 1200 watts. Aha, mystery solved. Now, we've got to get this back in. How the hell did this go? It was something like that, wasn't it? Oh, I see, it goes down there. Yeah, so that goes down there, and that goes in there. There we are. I think that was the motor triac cooling pipe, wasn't it? So that's in place, and I think we're good. I think we can get the bottom back on. So let's that massive screw. Massive screw. Let's see if we can get this lined up. almost. Oh yeah, I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to get this T20 in first. Yes, that's good. Right, so I'm going to cut the video now. I'm just going to put all the other screws back in. You don't need to watch me doing that, and then we'll give it a test. Okay, well, here we are back. Oh, what have I got on my face? Oh, I've got some grease on my face. Look. Oh, how lovely. No, I'm not going to take that off because that's got like bleach on it that I've been using for my hands. I'm not going to put bleach on my face. I'm not that stupid. But anyway, whatever. I'll just go looking like I'm getting ready for war. A very strange war. So the machine's all back together. The motor's in. That's good. The standby light is on the panel. I have given the contacts, the hose contacts, a bit of a clean with some isopropyl alcohol. I have a theory that maybe one of the reasons why it was not responding particularly well was because the contacts were dirty. I suspect they're probably really dirty down there as well, but can I get my... No, can't really get the cotton bud down there. So that ain't going to work, is it? But anyway, let's try it. Let's plug the hose in. Bang! Fun and games. And turn the machine on. Oh, it's difficult. So this is auto mode, which works. Try boost. Oh, that's oh, great. I think, sorry, where are you? Hi. I think there is some problems there. The motor itself is better. It's better. You're all wonky. Come here. You've been drinking, honestly. Yeah, the motor is much better. There's a definite growl there, and that's not the top bearing, that's the bottom bearing. The bottom ball race bearing is wearing out. Hence the growl that you can hear, but there's no longer a which is indicative of the top bearing, which is fantastic. So I have actually solved what I set out to solve. That's really good. I do think that the contacts here require some work. So not only have you got the contacts from the hose here, these the contacts are in there, you've obviously got some receiving contacts on this rotating ring. And then under the rotating ring, you've got another set of contacts. So there's 1, 2, 3 sets of contacts there, which can all wear out over time or get dirty. And certainly the fact that the lower set of contacts are essentially within the bag compartment. And it's very dusty in there. So they are definitely prone to getting dirty. I've just realised as well that the tool drawer is broken there, but God, these used to break for a pastime. This plastic is so unbelievably weak that they always used to break, and the spring mechanism breaks in here as well, so you don't get any spring. It's a pain in the ass. Interestingly, the warnings for the machine are listed under the tool cover. So we've got warning number 1, cleaner overheating, see instruction, bag door not closed. Number 2, bag full or filter clogged. Number 4 is hose clogged. I can probably trick the machine into showing you warning number 4. I'm going to turn you around a sec so you can see the panel better, and then we will trick it into a fault mode. Right, so you can see the panel there. I'm going to turn the machine on. I'm going to block the hose, and after about a minute or so, it does take a while, the computer should register that there's not enough air flowing through, and it should tell us in the panel that we've got a fault. So fingers crossed this works. Brilliant. So that's good. The computer's still got a bit of sense left in it. It's realised that the airflow was restricted for a certain amount of time, and it's flagged up fault code number 4, which means hose clogged. Now, if this was the Audio System 300, you'd hear a jingle, and it would go bong, bang, bong. Hose is clogged. Clear the blockage. Hose is clogged. Clear the blockage, which is actually really cool. But seeing as this is just a 500 that doesn't have the voice processor, you just get a 4, and you can clear that fault by turning the power off and turning it back on. Does the boost work now, I wonder? No, that's really weird. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's endless hours of fun. Well, there we go. We have accomplished what we wanted to accomplish with the Sensotronic Total System 500. Is it a Total System 500? Doesn't say Total System 500. Just says System 500. So, not sure about that. Off camera, I'm going to give it a really good clean, a really good service. Because there's loads of scratches on it and marks and bits of paint, and it is really dirty. As I say, I've had this a long time. I've never really done anything with it. So it is time to give it a really good clean up. I am really happy to have the top bearing not humming anymore. That's really good. However, that bottom bearing is very grumbly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract the bearing from the System 25 end frame. I can have a look at it, see what the model of the bearing is, see if I can order one, and then at some point I'll probably put the new bottom bearing into the 500. I think that'd be really nice. I think it would be absolutely pucker then. So it's a job worth doing. Now, I've done all this because I really wanted to get this off the bench, because I've got something that I really do want to have a play with, and it's this Miele Acunova. Cordless, battery powered power head. Ooh, interesting. So I'm going to have a look at that now and see if I can get that working. So that's it for the 500 for the moment. We will see it in action at some point. I'll get all the rods, the power head, I'll get everything out, and then I really would like to do a video of that, because I don't think I've ever actually used this cleaner to vacuum any carpet. So that'd be really cool. Thank you ever so much for watching my silly video. Always love having you guys here. Don't forget to do the usual commenting, subscribing and liking, and I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Bye.